Happy Monday. Today I'm going to a dentist appointment, so I hope it goes well. That's why I'm not at school today. It's because I'm at a dentist appointment. So anyway, we've been learning about Native Americans. We learned about 3 tribes. See if you can remember them from last week. Don't say them out loud. Just say them in your head. See if you remember. I'm going to say it in a second. Adena, Hopewell, and Mississippians. One way I've learned to remember them is to kind of switch Hopewell and Adena and say Ham. Ham, Hopewell, Adena, Mississippians, right? Ham are the 3 tribes we learned about. We're going to look at their shelters today, okay? What homes did Native Americans live in the past, right? We know because of misconceptions that they all didn't live in teepees, right? Some hunters did because it was easy to move and travel with teepees, but not everybody actually lived in it permanently, okay? So here's our goal today. I can identify and describe shelters of historic Native Americans, okay? And this goes along with that essential question that we've been trying to answer with everything that we've been looking over. How did they use their environment, right? Their changing environment to survive. So we'll see like how they made their houses kind of and what they used around them in their environment. We have a video here. Which I believe isn't too long. Yeah, it should be fine. Watch the video. It just goes over Native American shelters. You have some pages in the book to read to kind of introduce you to it as well. That's 55 and 57. I'm just making sure it takes you to the right page. It does. Yay. Okay, so there's 55, 56, and 57. If you notice, they show a great image here of things they used in their environment to make this, right? Elm tree bark is something that they use to create their houses, which is pretty cool. Then there's a video where somebody made this video of how they would have made their house. What did they start off with? How does it look in the end? It's a pretty quick video, so if you want to watch it more than once, maybe just twice at most, that would be okay. I have an article here that I'm leaving as an option for those that maybe get done early. They can go back and read it because I think it's an interesting read, but you don't have to. Let's go to this slide here. I put a picture of a wigwam, there. So you have a visual, but also there's an article here. Should be able to open. And it goes over what a wigwam is, how it was made, how they used it. Read the whole thing. You'll want to read the whole thing because it answers these questions. What is a wigwam? How do you build it? And what's the difference between a wigwam and a teepee? Okay. So we have that article there, and you're going to tell me what is a wigwam. Describe what it would look like. If I was blind and I don't know what it looks like, describe it for me. Is it long? Is it short? Is it tall, right? Is it shaped like a square, a rectangle, triangle, right? Give me descriptive words. How is it made? What did they use around them? They didn't use plastic, right? They didn't have plastic back in the day. So what did they use around them? Did they use sticks, a certain kind of tree, maybe some mud? I don't know. You tell me how they used or how they made it. Okay. And why were they built? Were they built just for 1 family, 2 families, 20 families? Okay. Were they built just for the winter? Were they built just for the summer? Okay. That's the why you're trying to answer. Also for longhouses. There's an image of a longhouse that's still up to date. So you have that as well. And there's the article you should be able to open. What is a longhouse? How did people use it? Things like that is there as well. Let's go to the next slide. I don't have much time left in this video. So here's a compare and contrast. First one is going to be for wigwams. Next one is for longhouses. I'll make sure that's labeled for you so you know. And how are they the same? Okay, they're the same because they're both homes, right? But what else? So maybe I'll already put homes and you can start putting something else as well, okay? How are they the same? And lastly, I want you to give an example of how Native Americans use their environment to create their home. Their environment is the world around them. If we were to make a home here in the classroom, maybe we'd use a desk or a chair, maybe some papers and some tape, right? If we wanted to make some sort of like teepee or something. Those are the things in our environment we would use. And lastly, what kind of early home would you like to live in and why? Right? Maybe you want to live in a wigwam because of this reason or a longhouse for that reason. Good luck. Okay? You got this.